back here on the Cover 3 podcast as we are live and in the tailgate. Username The Frozen One just kind of rocks my world with a whole new prompt. Is Penn State this year's Florida State? Like, are we about to see this go from top 10 to just broken?
I mean, Drew Aller's out for the year, and you've lost now 3 straight, including 2 in a row as favorites of 20 points or more.
Hey, even we didn't do that last year.
Yeah, I know. Even Florida State's looking at you like, bro, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, come on. But just, I don't know if quit's the right word, but they just look depressed. They look beaten. They look defeated. They look like they don't have any answers. They've got to go to Iowa next week. And then don't worry, things get easier because after Iowa, they have to go to Ohio State. And then after Ohio State, they have to come home to play Indiana. Like, this is a team that could very easily be 0-6 in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, whenever that is. I mean, what's the Grunkenmeyer's the backup who came in for Aller?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think he's. I don't know that he sucks. I don't get the impression that he's like a dude from day one.
Mm-hmm.
The one who was fighting for his job at Oregon State, right?
They're in the world of hurt.
No, that was wasn't that Gold Branson?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was who went to who ended up going to Stanford, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So Grunkenmeyer's been there.
Like he's
a 4-star recruit. He's not like but it's
yeah.
I don't know.
So
I don't know if he's right.
I asked BMAC and Damien on the set today. I was like, I mean, do you think like since this team has so high expectations, and then like they lay it all on the field against Oregon and lose, they're just like shit. Like we're not natty good, and so like what are we? And they're just I mean, like their best game of the year is the Oregon game.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like 2 weeks in a row. They're just like, oof. Against, I know UCLA looks better, right, after the play caller change. Although I have some questions about Michigan State, certainly, especially defensively. But yeah, Thomas, see your face on that, dude. Yeah. Like, you guys had 2 tackles for loss against Northwestern. 2.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't it. That felt like a team that was just out.
Yeah. And that's what
I'm
saying.
6-6?
I don't know, because it's like they just, like I said, they look defeated. They look like they're done. They look completely checked out. You look in their eyes, and there's just like kind of a dazed stare coming back at you right now. I have no idea what this team's going to do. You look at their schedule. They've got at Iowa, Ohio State, Indiana. I mentioned it, but then you've got at Michigan, Nebraska, and at Rutgers. Like I think that they will get a win. I do.
Whoa, you said A.
But that's kind of my point. Yeah, I think they will. I can't sit here and tell you with any. I mean, they've lost to UCLA and Northwestern in back-to-back weeks. How can you sit here with any level of confidence and say, "Oh yeah, they're definitely going to win a game or 2"? They've just lost the 2 easiest games on their schedule in conference play, not outside their non-con.
Like they're not getting blown out on the final scoreboard yet.
Mm-hmm. But if they lose,
they play like this against Indiana,
if they lose at Iowa, they're
done.
Oh my god! Right.
And Penn State doesn't even have basketball to turn to. It's just going to be a miserable. They got what's the hockey phenom that they got? They got that hockey season's here at Penn State. Don't worry, it's going to be all better.
They got a hockey phenom?
I think they got Gavin.
Hey,
McKenna.
listen,
Gavin McKenna, Debo,
own it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course Debo knows. Debo's probably got his jersey.
Yeah, if you're going to join the Big Ten, you better get to know hockey.
Florida State's going to have to start a team.
They have a hockey team. I think it's
a
club, but
it's a club.
Yeah. ACC does not sponsor hockey, but a lot of ACC schools do have like pretty like supported club hockey teams.
Illinois is a club team too. Don't worry.
So what's all right? The question that will be asked, elsewhere. Let's workshop it now. How does this end?
Are we doing the Franklin Fire thing?
No, it's just like it was a topic on a halftime show.
I thought last week when there was like the nonstop, like everybody was writing the column of is it time for Franklin and Penn State to part ways? So I was kind of like, all right, calm down, everybody. Like they lost to Oregon and they had the hangover and they lost again to UCLA. All right, let's not end this thing. After today, maybe it is. Maybe it's time. It's not a firing, but maybe it's, James needs to look elsewhere.
Yeah, Robbie Callen, James Franklin buyout, CBS Sports. Robbie Callen, James Franklin buyout, CBS Sports.
It's like, what, 60, 50, something like that?
Yeah. So it's like, I don't think they're going to fire him because I don't think they want to pay that buyout. But maybe you kind of start, negotiating things down. Maybe you look for an exit ramp somehow. Maybe you just kind of figure James Franklin has done a lot of great things for that program, especially considering, like where it was when he took it over. Like Bill O'Brien deserves plenty of credit himself for what he was able to do there. But James was able to kind of really fix it and get it back to a level where they felt they were going to be.
Yeah.
But they just haven't been able to break through. And maybe he's just not going to there. Maybe they have to find somebody else. And maybe he needs to find somewhere else. Maybe he needs to come home to Chapel Hill, Chip.
Listen, it's called Franklin Street. You know how easily that can get marketed? I mean, I just seen it here with the NC State men's basketball program. My friend Joe Giglio likes to say nothing in the triangle happens in a vacuum. So after NC State gets Will Wade Avenue, now all of a sudden North Carolina gets James Franklin for Franklin Street.
It's all right there.
And the cave sign behind me doesn't have the I was going to throw out their address on there, but go ahead.
I don't know they're going to be fine long term. I think they will be, right? Like this sucks if you're Penn State. I mean, your Final Four last year, you bring everybody back. Like you're thinking, hey, we're going to copy the Michigan-Ohio State plan. Things don't always go as planned. I don't think James Franklin just forgot how to coach. It's a weird dynamic right now, I think, with that team. I do think there's something to that. Like, hey, we're coming back to win a natty and things don't go well. And it's like, what do you have left to play for? Right? Like you're out of the conference race type thing. I think when you have like super high expectations and you realize that you're out of them, then things can kind of free fall. It doesn't mean they can't reset next year. I don't think I'd fire James Franklin. I don't. Now I know they spent a lot of money on this team. Are they like ready to reload the money cannon and run it back next year? Like,
I don't think
so that's a big question to me because I do think this season is only going to get worse. Like I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel in 2025. And then you think of everything that this team loses.
Yeah.
Have to replace for
they do
next
lose a
year.
lot.
It's like it could be the chance just for the clean slate for everybody involved. Like I agree with you. I don't think James Franklin has forgotten how to coach. And I think that Penn State could very easily find itself in the Nebraska situation where you feel like the coach you had in Bo Pelini isn't doing good enough. You get rid of him, and it turns out he was doing better than anybody you've tried to replace him with. Like Penn State could find itself in that same exact situation. But I also just feel like maybe it won't. Maybe this is just the time. Maybe everything runs its course. That's how this works.
For every Kirby Smart upgrades for Mark Richt's situation, we can give you 5 or 6 where that actually ended up looking really dumb.
Yep.
Like the classic one, if you're of a certain age, like we are, like Glenn Mason at Minnesota, right? They were tired of bumping their heads up in the ceiling, and they wandered in the desert for quite a while. And Fleck's done a decent job there. Did Purdue hold on to win?
No, they did not.
No, they did not.
Minnesota got it.
Our boy Coy had the pick 6.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Lead.
Yeah, it's rough.
I mean, that was a good. I'm not happy that Purdue lost, but man, that would have been a bad sign because Purdue had control of that game early. Yeah, not great. As we mentioned, 3-3 so far through 6 games for Penn State. Preseason number 2 to questioning whether they will be in a bowl game. Quite the free fall for the Nittany Lions. 0-3 in conference play. Okay.
Real quickly on the team that actually won the game. Can Northwestern make a bowl?
Yes. the bottom of the Big Ten sucks.
I mean, they got 4 wins, right?
Yeah, and they've still got games left. They got Purdue next week, and then Nebraska, USC, Michigan, Minnesota, Illinois. So they have to beat Purdue next week, and then they could get one of those last 5. Most likely Minnesota at home, I feel like, is the most likely outcome.
I think David Braun's a decent coach.
Yeah.
Can UCLA make a bowl?
Can anybody beat UCLA? That's the better question, because they're probably going to win out.
Yeah, Garrett and the tailgate. Who's got a better shot of making a bowl, UCLA or Penn State?
I still think Penn State.
Penn State. Because Grunkmeyer might rule. Like they might shock you. But, I mean, UCLA, you look at the schedule, they still need 4 more wins, and they've still got to play Indiana, Nebraska, Ohio State, Washington, and USC. Like, maybe they beat Maryland.
If UCLA makes a bowl, you're going to have some furious fan bases in this conference. Because, It's like, all right, cool. Yeah, they beat Penn State. Penn State was in free fall. They scored a bunch on Michigan State. Michigan State's defense is, not great.
So the path forward for Penn State, I think, is 2021. No, not 2021 Clemson. Maybe 2023. The Clemson year where they were 4-4 through 8 games, but went on a 5-game winning streak, beat Kentucky in the Gator Bowl at the end of the year, and everybody was like, "Oh, Clemson's fixed," and like they had a win against Notre Dame along the way.
Maybe that's 2025 Clemson.
Listen, might be where they're headed. There's nothing that
like that year. Maybe it's like that year at Notre Dame where Brian Kelly had to do the reset. He's like, "Oh, now I actually eat lunch with the players and I do some yoga, namaste, and all this stuff." Whatever the thing that they were rebranding him with. Actually, I don't know if the rebranding worked, but they turned it around there.
Like they have to play. How about this? As impressive and as many minutes as we gave in praise to Indiana, for only college football reasons, the idea that Penn State would rise up and beat Indiana isn't crazy.
Yeah, it is.
The week after Ohio State.
No, they're not.
On talent and body types, could they hang with them? Yes. Have they shown anything so far this year that makes you think they will?
No, not even against the lesser teams. You're right about that.
Chip's definitely taking the Penn State money line that week. He's just tipped his hand.
Is that game in Bloomington?
It's in Happy Valley. Sorry, it's in sad ass Valley.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
This sport is tighter than it's ever been, maybe with the except of the guys there in Columbus. So, and maybe Coral Gables, we'll see. But